Hello there, I'm Colleen.
I'm Anders.
And I'm Daniel.
We're three nerds that met through our love of science fiction and fantasy storytelling. Of course, one of our favorites is George Lucas's signature achievement, Star Wars.
And if there's one thing the internet definitely doesn't have enough of, it's nerds talking about Star Wars. So here we are with yet another Star Wars podcast, where each week we discuss one of the films in the current Star Wars canon.
From the sands of Tatooine to the levels of Coruscant, we cover it all. Yet another Star Wars podcast is available wherever you get your podcast and is part of the Forgotten Entertainment family.
Hello, and welcome to Recent Activity, your new favorite entertainment review podcast that attempts to cover every film, every show, all at once. I am your co-host, Andrew Morgan. With me, as always, are the co-captains of the Mandalorian Paintball League. It's Shane Beauregard.
Oh, I'm so fired up. Let's get into this.
And Chris Brodell.
Grogu's shots don't count.
Grogu shot first.
That's true.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's an adorable scene, but we'll talk about how much any of that actually matters, because on this episode we are going to do our TV check-in update with three shows: Ted Lasso, which is back in our lives, I believe 3 episodes in now. Is that where we are? Yeah. And the Shrinking finale, because we've been talking up that show for a couple months now. And we will start with the Disney Plus staple that we were so anxious to see. Now with 5 episodes in, having their 6th air this Wednesday when this episode should be out. The Mandalorian. We will start there. Shane, as you said, you're all fired up. I guess I'll toss it to you first. Where's your head at with The Mandalorian? Because we're in, season 3, right?
Yeah.
And it seems a little early for this show to have peaked. Usually around season 3 or 4 is when shows tend to be like the best version of themselves. And I don't think you or I feel that way, and probably Chris as well.
No, this was my favorite Star Wars vehicle, possibly of all time, because as you guys know, I am not a Star Wars person.
Right.
And this season is so disjointed, is the word I come up with. They have too many storylines going on, none of which I really give a two craps about. I'm over Grogu. I'm sorry. I just wish they would kill him off at this point. Can we just kill him? He looks he looks so goofy when he jumps around and hops now. I'm like, just stay in your little craft or don't come out at all. I don't want to see you.
It's like your dad voice. Stay in your craft.
Yeah.
Don't come out.
I think we talked a little bit off mics. Like, there's too many Mandalorians to follow now. I just focus on Mando and Bo-Katan. This, as sad as this is probably my favorite episode of the series so far.
Yeah, episode 5, yeah.
Yeah, and maybe it's because all the Bo-Katan stuff. But yeah, this show is all over the place, and I don't care. Like the Empire story with that female in it, like I don't know what they're trying to do with that storyline.
No, unfortunately.
And I don't like hers, and I don't know. She's got that mug on her face. I just want to punch her. And then Moffat, what's the guy's name that escaped from the pod?
Moff Gideon?
Yeah, Moff Gideon. Yeah. I don't care about that storyline either. Just give me more Mando, man. Give me more Mando. Maybe some more Sackhoff. And let's go. This show's all over the place. And I don't care. And it's sad because the first 2 seasons were really good. And I think they're already, like you said, it peaked. I think it's already peaked because now, how many episodes we got left? 5, maybe? It's like, I don't know where they're going with this.
No, only 3.
Okay,
it's an 8-episode thing, which, by the way, that's what the Canary in the Coal Mine was, when the first episode is 30 minutes and it barely does anything. It's kind of a recap show, and you're like, wait, this season's only 8 episodes long. Why are you wasting my time?
Yeah, so I don't know where they're trying to take us, but they better get there quick because they're losing me. They're losing me.
Yeah, they're losing me like the space pirates lost that battle. Just like quick and just, I don't know what's happening. Just a lot of messiness in the sky there. Chris, you feeling the same way, buddy?
I feel like I nitpick this show so much. Like, there's no enjoyment anymore. Like, even if I'm trying to enjoy it,
yeah,
there's something that just sets me off. Like, I think the overall look of the show seems cheap, and this is a modern telling of this story.
Right.
Compared to, the original trilogy, where obviously those were people in rubber suits,
Yeah.
but somehow they made it look good.
Right. Yeah.
Now, it just seems like everyone it's too clean, too referential
Yeah.
of certain things that, like, okay, I'm not a follower of Clone Wars. I'm not a follower of any of the animated series.
Right.
So these are all new characters to me. So I don't get all excited if I see a familiar face on screen, because they're not.
Right.
Other than previous season, I know Bo-Katan, and, the rest, I forget their names, because I'm just interested in the Mandalorian, sometimes Grogu or Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it's just like, okay, now you're trying to connect to the later trilogies with your stories. It's become obvious to that.
Right. Plus
But-
all the animated shows.
Yeah, and I understand you have to have, like, some connective tissue because you are in this universe, but I don't know. I'm just like, okay, who are we following now? Like
Right.
Shane was saying, there's so many characters now that you're just like, who do I care about? I don't care
Right.
about any of them at this point. But
Yeah.
I wish I can just sit down and say, hey, it's Wednesday, new Mando, let's enjoy.
I know.
can't.
Yeah, instead I'm bracing for the hit, essentially, the hit to my soul,
Yeah.
because like we kind of mentioned, and Shane and I talked about it off air for a minute there, like, this show shouldn't be called The Mandalorian anymore, because it's The Mandalorians, it's Bo-Katan and The Mandalorians. It has very little to do with Mando, Din Djarin, however we want to keep using the propers, because again, you can call him Mando when he's the only fucking Mandalorian, but now there's a whole crew of them who decided to live in the worst place imaginable, where let's live by the water, nothing scaring them. Oh god, this thing in the water is gonna kill us all. Oh, thank god we're not getting attacked by air. Oh shit, look at these giant birds coming out here. Oh, he stole my son. Holy shit. We couldn't have seen that coming. Oh, this has happened before? Oh, I guess we could have seen that coming. Oh, shit. Hey, let's steal their birds and turn them into Mandalorians. What? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? So, yeah, every foundling is a Mandalorian. That's what we've talked about. This is the way, guys. This is the way now in this season. And
But does it have to be?
Yes.
For them, I think they have to, like, did you say this to me, Chris? I forget whether
What's that?
maybe the Pedro Pascal effect is happening here, where, because he's on another show, he's going to be on another show for a couple of seasons here, that maybe Mando is on a clock for him, to where maybe they're trying to wrap his character up or sideline his character a little bit, and they were like, well, we got to get Mandalorian stuff out here, so screw Pedro Pascal, let's just make it about other people for a little bit. And that's a possibility.
I just find it funny that, like, in this day and age, here we are, three people that are on, different parts of the East Coast.
Yeah.
We're talking to each other and we're recording our conversation.
Yeah.
So you think, hey, Pedro, record your lines.
Yeah.
We'll take them, and we'll have your stunt guy walking around.
Yeah.
Which what is it? I heard the guy who's under the helmet is John Wayne's grandson.
Oh, is that right?
So I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
Well, then he
But,
must be pissed as much as I am that this show used to be a Western and now it's not even fucking close.
I have a little. I don't know. It's a good theory, but the way Jon Favreau maps stuff out, I would have a hard time believing that he didn't think 3 or 4 seasons already plotted out the way
No,
Favreau
he straight up
maps
said
everything.
it.
Oh, you did?
I saw an interview where, not that he said that Pedro Pascal stuff, but like he straight up said, he's like, yeah, we have some ideas, but like we're just enjoying this universe. This show can go on forever and ever. And I think maybe other people might not agree. And
Right.
they don't have it kind of mapped out though.
Yeah, and I agree with. I guess I agree with that, and I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to do a jumping off point for when Bo-Katan has her own show, because she's supposed to have her own show. So maybe they're trying to set her up a little bit more.
One
I
connect to
don't
the
know.
Oshuka stuff. I'm sure there's going to be another kind of plot line if you're going so big picture with this rise of the New Order, essentially like the infancy of the New Order stuff.
Right. Like too much too soon, too fast or whatever. They're trying to overstuff everything now.
Yeah, because again, that's the problem with the Marvel shows, the Marvel universe that they're having, where it's like too much, too fast. And the one thing that I could say, like Shane kind of said, I didn't know where this is going, but Chris, you kind of gave me like this, knowing kind of look here that I'm sure you're on the same page of. They only brought this in because they want to show that the New Order is creeping up. They mentioned the cloning tech, and it's all about either the whole Emperor is a clone thing. That's how the next movies are going to go, or the whole clone troopers thing, or however these things go. So it's all kind of going back to basics in a way, or cleaning up the mess. Weirdly enough, to trying to do that, but at this point, Mando could just fuck himself. Like him and Grogu should just be like, all right, guys, we'll see you later. Just have some episode where him and Grogu just go off and be like, all right, we're gonna go, be a sheriff now or whatever the hell. Like I'm gonna take up that job because apparently Bo-Katan's got my job, so I'm just gonna leave and do that.
Prior to all that, I mean, what was she doing anyway? She was sitting on a throne waiting for people to show up for her to go away.
Right. And the only thing I don't know, did you watch? I assume Shane definitely didn't, but Chris, did you watch any of like Rebels or any of the animated shows?
No.
Okay. Because I assume a lot of people seem to like kind of be like, oh, we know what's coming because they seen that show, and Filoni was one of the showrunners of those, so like it's all gonna mash together because it's his show here and his show before. So I don't know if people knowingly know that Bo-Katan's gonna break bad again and really screw over all the Mandalorians, or however it goes. I don't know, or whether it's a positive thing, and this is like what she's set up to do, where she's like kind of the person who's bringing everybody to the table, all the tribes together. So I don't know, but all I know is it has nothing to fucking do with the Mandalorian, and I feel like we're in, Book of Boba Fett territory, where it's like, all right, well, Mando fulfilled his mission only to just get Bo-Katan to see the mythosaur, and I'm out.
Yeah, pretty much.
His job is just to bring Bo-Katan in.
I think I mentioned to you guys that, I would have preferred maybe the whole season to be him trying to, bathe himself in the waters, and things just get into the way, and he almost had it,
right?
Oh, he was almost there,
right?
And then by season's end, you can have multiple storylines come together. But it was like episode 2. Yep, I bathed in the waters. Let's go. It's like, so what are you doing?
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know if I said it on air, but I definitely said it to you guys. The whole Grogu thing is, I picture him like a young Yoda.
Well, yeah, because he basically is.
He's same creature, but he's more spiritual. He's a pacifist. He's a Buddhist.
Right.
He's not a fighter. So why are we getting him chainmail? Why are we getting him practice with weaponry? A Mandalorian.
Yeah. I just want someone
it just doesn't fit.
Right. I just want someone to shoot him in the head while he's sleeping. Yeah.
Well, it'll bounce off because he's got that giant thing of armor around his neck now. That dude, shout out to every podcast that I've listened to that has either called it the Flavor Flav clock around his neck, or called him Slick Rick for a minute. Like all these things where it's just beautiful. I want all the Grogu hip hop albums images that could possibly be made on the internet. Somebody needs to get on that.
All right, I will.
Yeah, please do. Give him the eye patch too. Give him fucking everything. It'll be amazing.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, see, if he got out of his pod to do like, to throwing down some cardboard and challenging people to breakdance. Now that's a fucking show I'd watch. Fuck
Grogu
paintball.
2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yes, let's do it. I want the Beastie Boys. I want everybody like huddling around, go, oh shit, and maybe if Mando doesn't have anything to do, he could freestyle rap too. Let's just make this as weird and crazy as we possibly can. That's what I'm hoping for. But
let's do it.
I agree with you, Shane, though, on the whole, setting up the Empire thing. It's distracting. It's a whole different tone of the show. And honestly, the way this show kind of just jumps in and out of even just the Mando Bo-Katan storyline and going back and forth with that one, that was a jarring episode altogether. And what's weird is that the order of these episodes, I think we've talked about this before, seems like they were like, no, we can't have it be this way. We need to jump ahead with like more action stuff up front, and then we need to, put the like Empire stuff in. We need to shoehorn that here because we're going to end here. I feel like it just kind of like they cut and paste different pieces together. It doesn't feel like episodes to me.
Right. They feel like it's random. They're not in order. Like, what happened to that doctor? I just assume now he's lobotomized and we're not going to see him again. Like,
he's going to be drooling in the corner of some episode coming soon, and that'll be it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Yeah, I'm getting pretty close to being over with this show, which is sad for me to say.
That's another one, Chris. Put this in your arsenal too. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yep. Where like the shock therapy thing, doctor. Put that with exactly. Let's toss him next to Nicholson and Big Chief, and let's get it over.
But here's the funny thing: as much as we're trashing this show, still better than Obi-Wan.
Sad, right?
Yeah.
Because at least I
kind of agree.
I know because when it works, it works. And sadly, this is what I was saying to you, Shane. I agree with you that this last episode was the best episode because it's kind of fun seeing all the Mandalorians fight all at once, but at the same time, it's not what the show is. So it's like, yes, I like this, but I also am worried for the show because this is happening. So it's a weird feeling to have all that in one space. So that's my concern. And then to end the episode where it's like, oh, here, Bo-Katan, here's your big mission. Cool, Mandalorian, Din Djarin, go fuck off somewhere. We don't care about you anymore. Bo-Katan's going to unite everybody.
She's going to backstab everybody is what she's going to do.
I feel that's probably going to happen because that's the drama, right? And then maybe Ashoka is involved somehow and all this other stuff. And maybe she breaks bad and helps the New Order. So I don't fucking know. I'm not going to watch 90 episodes of animated Star Wars content to get back in the game. I'm just not. So,
nope.
I don't know what to
I was
do.
going to say, where does Ahsoka come from? When does her series start?
Yeah, so they list Ahsoka as set to be released on Disney Plus in mid to late 2023. So it'll be the next series to come out in the Star Wars universe.
Yay.
So, yeah. So we'll see. I would assume that they're going to do some kind of handoff with that somewhere. I mean, it's kind of turning into like the CW like DC universe, where it's like this one's Arrow in season 3, where the Flash is gonna come right behind it, and let's tie into that, and then we'll tie into Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl and all this other shit. So
you're saying I can jump ship at any point now?
Pretty much, yeah. Especially as far as Arrow was. Arrow, like, I think was good for not around this point. That's way too early, but not too far off. So. Why am I going to watch The Mandalorian when the show doesn't care about The Mandalorian? That's what I would ask anyone who's like, oh, man, give it a chance, or, oh, this will get it. Why do I care anymore?
Right.
Your two lead characters, you're like, cool, we're going to have them play paintball, we're going to have them get saved by Bo-Katan a bunch, and we're going to, have Grogu hug a bunch of people awkwardly. Like, that's what we're doing in this show, apparently. So... I don't know. Right. And so any hope, anything that can pull you back? I mean, we only have 3 episodes. That's what my big concern is with this.
At this point, there's not a lot that can pull me back unless Mando and Bo-Katan break that sexual tension they have and just start knocking boots.
Yeah.
That's it. They got some Fox and they got some Mulder Scully tension going on. And this is make it take the next logical step. That's what will bring me back.
It automatically brought up that song, You Can Leave Your Hat On, but just change it with the helmet thing.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
I was going to say, they can't knock boots. They have to knock helmets.
Yeah.
'cause they can't take them off.
Yeah.
Right,
Like two
right.
offensive linemen
Well,
having sex.
Bo-Katan can take her helmet off now, apparently, because she walks between two worlds now. So,
Yeah, but I think it still would be frowned upon
Yeah.
because she's kept it on, I think, from that point forward, I think.
I think someone
she
just
take
made
it
a
off?
note like,
She
hey,
took it
you
off
have
at-
Katie Sackhoff. Why is she wearing a
Yeah.
helmet?
she took it off at the end of the episode.
Yeah. They said it was cool. Like she
Gotcha,
walked
okay.
with the armorer
Oh,
Yeah.
through the whole thing.
because, the blacksmith,
Yeah.
the blacksmith, which that gave me tension in that one where she's like, take off your helmet. And she's like, she's hesitant. And then she does it. And I thought the blacksmith was going to say, gotcha. You are,
It's a trap.
you're
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Dog water again.
Exactly. But I also love, and I did hear sort of this on other podcasts. Isn't it hilarious that she's like, all right, cool. Love that mythosaur. Cool. Can I have an owl on the other side? That'd be cool. Like it's a tattoo shop. Like they have like a bunch of like stuff hanging up. Okay, we only have molds for this. Like it's a Betty Boop and like those other ones that people would. Here's a heart with a sword through it. Oh, okay. I want the owl and I want the mythosaur. Oh, cool.
Can I have the Jake Lloyd looking character peeing on the Rebel Alliance?
Yes.
Ooh.
How very
got
Calvin and
another
Hobbes of you.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah. All right. I'm with you guys. Like, I honestly don't know where it's going. I don't know how much I care about where it's going. I'll finish the season because this is what we do. But again, we keep saying this about the Star Wars shows, and it's kind of aggravating. These reluctant tune-ins that I'm getting mixed up with. But let's check in with two shows that we absolutely do like, or at least I haven't really talked to you guys a lot about Lasso, and I'm hoping that's a good thing. Ted Lasso, we're now in episode 3 with episode 4 coming out on Wednesday. How are we feeling about season 3 here? Where again, like, it's a show that I truly enjoy. I love the universe. But they are messing with it just a little bit. And I'm curious, we'll start with Chris because we started with Shane last time. How are you feeling about this season and Zava, right? Zava, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zava.
Yeah.
Zava, Z-A-V-A.
It's a big component with a new character.
I think you need something of a shakeup, especially to like put Jamie in his place.
Sure.
Because he was, number one hot shot. And now here's this other guy who we had this idea given to us that this guy is, he knows who he is. He's, the hot shot. He knows how good he is. He's the bad boy.
Yeah.
And then when, he comes around, he's just like this Zen guy and everything's cool. And, he's got the whole team on his side. I'm like, what is going on here? I don't know, like, how I should feel about him.
Yeah.
But he's making the team better. But I think that's going to kind of nip Ted in the butt because, he's already been questioned as a coach.
Right.
A guy that, here we are 3 seasons in, that he doesn't really get the game yet, but he's tied. He's, won a couple of games.
Right.
He falls into it.
Yeah,
But-
every time he makes a step up, somebody else seems to get the credit. Like when at the end of season 2, even though they got back in the Premier League, it was, the Wonder Kid, however you want to do that. And now he's coaching on another team and they're praising him for being a tactician, all this stuff. And that Lasso's just kind of this, he's a leader of sorts. He's a guru. He's a glue piece, but he's not like known for being a big person in the sport, the deep knowledge and all that stuff. So you're right. He's always going to get kind of undersold, and having an ace player that makes your team instantly that much better, like tipping them over into a elite team, yeah, he's going to take a back seat again too. Shane, I'm curious your viewpoint on the show, and also like, is the Zava thing too much though? I realize that they probably needed a shakeup, but is it sucking up all the oxygen in the room? Because we still kind of like left last season with, Ted dealing with his divorce stuff and, the rivalry between coaches and the love thing between the owner and player. So there's a lot of things that kind of have taken a back seat because of Zava.
Yeah, I agree with that. And maybe some things will come back up later in the season, like the love between the owner, who is, God, she's scorching hot, and the player. I mean, she is scorching hot. And I like the Zava character, though. I like how eccentric he is. I like that he's going to push Jamie to a better level, and it's going to bring Roy and Jamie closer together. I like that factor in there. I like the storyline with the reporter hanging around the team, because at the end of season 3, he's going to have a real moral dilemma there that it sets up for. I like the season overall. I don't mind the Zava stuff. And maybe, how some TV shows are, like after a season, they just kind of, for some reason, just drop storylines altogether and just come up with new ones. And Connor and Chris's point, like the way I picture Ted is, I don't think he'll ever be a good soccer coach, but he's a good CEO, and he brings people together, and he knows how to motivate.
Right.
Of course.
And that's why he leans on Coach Beard and everything. But I would like to start seeing the Nate storyline come back into play a little bit more, because that's where that's where everything's gonna come to an head, is when they play Nate's team. So I want to see more of what's going on with Nate at this point. We got a little glimpse in, I think, episode 2, where he put that guy in the dum-dum box or whatever he called it,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this show still got me all fired up and hooked into, man. I look forward to Wednesdays. That's how I end my day on Wednesdays. Ted Lasso night.
Agreed.
And it has not disappointed yet. Have I mentioned the owner is scorching hot? Scorching hot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, good news for you, Shane. The episode this week is entitled Big Week, where it's about them gearing up to play West Ham.
There you go.
Against Nate. So you will get your prayers answered. And the one other thing between, saying as a counter to Mandalorian is this is episode 3, or now coming up with 4. And we have 12 episodes in this season, not 8. So we're not like halfway through. We're not hitting the panic button that they won't land every storyline or any of that stuff too. I think this show has plenty of mileage, and I have the utmost confidence in them. So I don't think we're going to lose anything. I think everything will kind of smooth out as it gets further along. Did we get confirmation that they're doing another season? They keep teasing that.
This is it. From what everything I heard,
okay.
This is it. Yeah. Here's my big question, though. Is Roy and Keeley getting it back together?
See, that's all messed up now, right? Because they keep teasing that, of course. And, I don't know. There's so many of those, like, love triangle things, like, just poking around. Like, is Ted going to get with, Smelly? What's her real name? The best friend there?
Sissy? No.
Sissy? I think that might be right.
Yeah.
Something like that. I always screw it up, but I'm just like, oh, it's Keeley's friend.
Right, exactly.
That's it.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a whole, yeah. No, it's actually Keeley's friend is the one who works with her. And then the owner's friend is Sissy.
Oh, one's the owner's friend. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The scorching hot owner's friend. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I take that too. And listen, this show does everything it can. I am a complete Anglophile. Like, I love the British accent. Like, the Spice Girls completely changed my pubescence, like, my whole, like, look on women and everything else at the right time. So, like, between that, Kate Winslet, toss in anything you got. I'm like, Rachel Weisz, like, it keeps going and going and going. It just kills me. I like almost all my numero unos, are all there. So, it's weird though. I never had a Princess Di thing. I never was a monarchy person at all.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
She was pretty.
So besides looking forward to the West Ham game this week, anything that you want to see that you're maybe not into at this point? Anything? Because I think they're doing a good job. It's just I want to see where it's going.
They got a good pace going right now. Like I said, the reporter, I think, is going to be the second biggest storyline because he has a shot at redemption in a way because the way he kind of fucked over Roy.
Right.
And, Roy kept that article. This could be a turnaround, and I'm not going to spoil episode 3 because some big things happen, but it does set up for his redemption arc, kind of. Is he going to take it?
Sure.
And, see what happens from that. I think that's the other big storyline. So I'm looking forward to see what he does there.
Yeah, it was an interesting ad.
Yes.
Hopefully they really don't just kind of dodge that one. That'll be interesting to see how that all goes into the fabric of the show. Chris, how about you?
Yeah, no, I just I hope it sticks to landing. I don't want them to squander on some of the storylines. I don't want them to just be like, all right, let's tie that one up. That's nice bow there,
right?
And let's move on.
Yeah,
I think it's being done well. Bill Lawrence, as we've stated on many occasions, is good with characters.
Yeah,
and he hasn't failed us yet.
True.
He's done well with these characters, as we'll discuss with Shrinking. I forget how long Scrubs ran for.
Oh God!
But
it
but
went
that
past
ran for
Zach Braff, basically. Yeah. So
that should have been like a flash in the pan. Listen, they were young doctors or what's the terminology?
I know.
Fill me in
there.
I'm
trying to search.
I'm blanking. But anyways, they're young students. Residents.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
They're young residents, and there's only so many years you can do that before it's like, all right, are they going to be doctors yet?
Right.
But everything worked well with them, and it was such a good show. This is going to sound bad. It was such an odd way that it was structured.
Mm-hmm.
You have JD is our character that we're following, and he has a lot of daydreaming sections.
Right.
Of the episodes and whatnot, and it was something that we hadn't seen too much on TV before.
Yeah,
because I mean, come on, there was Dream On where you'd have his moments.
Yeah, sure.
But still, each character you cared about each week.
Yeah,
and the same goes for Ted Lasso. The same goes for Shrinking.
Yeah.
So I think as long as they keep that up, we're good.
Absolutely. And let's get into Shrinking then. We can end on that. The finale happened, what is it, a couple weeks ago now? It feels
like forever ago.
I know, it really does. And the weird part too, especially I'm so lost without having because Lasso, Mandalorian, that's 2 Wednesday shows. It's so tough to have just 2 of my shows on one day and then the rest of the week is like nothing. I'm gonna start back up with Succession. I'm behind on that, but yeah, it's weird now that we're post Last of Us, post Poker Face, that we're just kind of like free agents out there. But let's talk about that finale. I really liked it, but I do want to get into the way it ends too. But we can get into how we felt about it overall, and obviously for anybody who's been listening to this point, it's a finale. We're going to talk about it full stop. So if you haven't watched it, feel free to come back and see us again next week because this is how we're going to end. Shane, let's go with you, buddy. How'd you feel about the finale and how it tied into the whole season?
I loved every minute of the finale. I thought it tied everything in beautifully. I liked Harrison Ford's arc where he finally reconnected with his daughter, his grandson. He's got a love interest.
Yeah.
I like his sense of humor with his grandson when he was talking about his handshake and the stuff he was saying. I like Jason Segel's story arc, how he accepted and finally moved on from his wife passing but realized his daughter hasn't yet, so he kind of still letting her grieve in her own way.
Yeah.
I like the business, and I forgot the character that was living with him, but he's got his own business going now.
Sean.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Sean's got his own business. So it was like hitting every single note, man, in a really good way.
And a lot of good Ted McGinley, by the way.
I love his character in this show.
Yeah, he's really stepped up.
Yeah, he's really stepped up. And then we had the end. And I don't know how I feel about that because I don't want that to consume most of season 2. I hope they kind of, I don't want to say gloss over it or just like jump through it somehow really quick, but I don't want that to be the main topic for season 2.
Same.
But once we start talking about it, someone made a good point and I'll bring it up. But overall, great season, a great season finale. And without that last scene, it would have worked as a series or season finale until that last moment.
Yeah, I feel like because they got greenlit, I wonder if they thought of that like towards the end as maybe a tack on. Because again, it really doesn't tie into what was going in the rest of the episode outside of that opening scene. So I wonder if they either shot the bookends late or if they planned it all along. I'd be interested to know. Chris, how did you feel about the finale and how it tied in?
Yeah, the same thing. I feel like yes, it was all tied up with nice, neat little bow.
Yeah.
And then except for that, very end where, I'm hoping that next season, that yes, they do touch upon it. They don't completely abandon it.
Right.
But maybe it's like, because he changed how he treated his patients,
right?
It'll be a reflection on why it didn't work.
Yeah.
And he has to reset. And the fact that he's come to terms with the passing of his wife and his daughter hasn't, that can still be the contention that follows through in the second season.
Right.
But yeah, I just, again, character is key with these shows succeeding. And I think all the components work. The characters are livened up by the actors that are playing them.
Right.
I'm sure if you got any other actor in those roles, it may not work or it'll work a different way.
Yeah.
This is how it's going. We're following them all the way, and I'm hoping for the best in the next season. More of the same, but hopefully they don't diverge too much.
Yeah, my fear is that I don't know how they can't get past this, how it can't be very consuming. True. Because and part of me is like, yes, I know there was a little bit of a lack of drama with a lot of these storylines, like you said, Chris, getting tied up in a nice, neat little package there. And it's probably too early to say, like, kill off a Harrison Ford or something and make that the drama. They'll probably do that later on if they do it all. So doing something like this, it felt so jarring, which is maybe the point, but it's also... It's so tough because you're rooting for people to get past something traumatic and do something positive, and they are, and everybody's going well, and then you're like, cool. Let's screw that all up. Let's really tear it down, and that's why I have mixed feelings about it. I need to see how they're going to handle it and how much it's going to affect the show, because I think what was nice about a week-to-week with Shrinking is that it was incremental changes, a light show, but touching on, harder subjects. But they did enough to kind of be this, just, again, incremental change. Sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of episodes. And this is like a huge step back. So I don't want to see like someone get put on trial. I don't want to see someone have to speak, because it's doctor-patient privilege, but, are you going to be brought up somehow? I don't know. And is that how much that right there could break up everything that's around him? It could send Jessica Williams away. It could send Harrison Ford away. It could break up that whole practice. So this gets really complicated really fast, depending on how much of it's out there. And for the audience to know everything, you kind of have to have every part of it come out at some point, because otherwise it's pretty disingenuous. So that's where my concern is. Even though, again, I've said all season long on this show, this was easily my favorite show to watch, probably thus far this year. And that's with, really good seasons from Last of Us and other shows that we've like really championed. And man, it just would hurt, to see him take such a big step back, but it might happen. It's probably gonna happen.
But this is where you have to have faith in the creative team behind this series, that they're not going to go to where you're afraid they're going to go. You know what I mean? The other storyline we have to think about is the Gabby Jimmy thing, because I think she is really starting to catch feelings. I don't know if they still say that.
Yeah.
So
no more safe dick.
Yeah, no more safe dick. So where's that going? But one of my clients was like, well, no one's going to know she pushed them off the cliff. But I'm like, yeah, but when they find the body and know who the girlfriend is and know she's seeing him for therapy, he's going to have to disclose that conversation. He's going to have
for him to just disappear, whether they find a body or not, it's going to be a thing of him putting the pieces together.
So that's where Jimmy has to break his doctor-patient privilege if they knowing they had that exact conversation or however long before. So again, I just have faith in the creative team because they haven't let me down so far that they're going to find a workaround with this. So that's why sometimes you got to have faith in a director. Like they make it work.
Yeah. The big takeaway from this episode is, boy, she took that literally. Like, what the fuck? Like, is that really a doctor's problem at this point? So that's a tough beat for Jimmy and for the show. So we'll see. Well, I look forward to it because I just love this show. But, we'll see how much of that, like we said, consumes all. Any other feelings on any of the stuff we talked about? Anybody dipping their toe in anything else?
Like you said, we're free agent. I'm a free agent right now, man. Like I got Lasso going on right now. So, and I'm not into Succession. So I don't know. I'm a free agent. Come find me.
Yeah. I watched a couple episodes of Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm enjoying that thus far. It's very, behind the music meets, the Fleetwood Mac story a little bit and all that stuff. So it's apparently based on a very successful book, but, dude,
I guess
don't
I'm
read.
just
I'm 40. Come on, man.
Yeah, I guess I'm just waiting for Barry in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's going to be killer in all the right ways. Chris, anything for you?
I still haven't watched the trailer for Barry. So
good for you. Yeah,
I did.
I'm sweating bullets every time I see it, though. I'm like, nope, not going to do it.
I was stupid enough to look. I looked at the trailer today.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
See, all I needed was the teaser. I'm out on all the new ones.
I know. I couldn't help myself.
I know.
No, I'm looking for series. I've been told that Swarm is pretty good. But I just haven't pulled the trigger
Prime.
on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like, that's limited series. That's like, may get a second season, may not.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's sorry to cut you off.
No.
I don't know the name of the show. I think it's called Power or something with Toni Collette and the African-American guy from Ted Lasso in it. Yes. I thought about checking that.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I thought about checking that out.
Sam is expanding.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. He's got a new restaurant and a new show. Good for him.
Good for him. Yeah, no,
I'm looking forward to Beef. You guys up on Beef? That comes out this week, I think.
Is that not just, forgive me for saying this, and you can cut this out, Andrew. Isn't it just like the Asian changing lanes?
That's the first thing I thought once you were like pitching that. So, yeah, except like not taken as seriously, I guess. It's a little all over the place. Yeah, so and I think it's like a limited series or whatever else. It's A24 on Netflix, which is wild. That's a whole thing too. So I kind of want to check it out. Yeah, it's an A24 show. So I want to check it out. It looks I don't know if it's supposed to be fun, but at least it looks entertaining. So definitely looking forward to that. Anything else out there before we wrap it up?
Nope, that's it.
That's it.
All right. Good episode as always, guys. Thank you out there for listening. Be sure to come back next week for more recent activity.